549. Welcome back to AM 590, 99.7 on your FM dial and everywhere at newsradioklbj.com. And you can also find a variety of our podcasts there, too. Yeah, let's give them the business. It's brought to you by Pinballs. That's Pinballs with a Z, pinballs.com. The Federal Reserve cut interest rates yesterday by a half point, turning a page on, an era of dangerously high inflation and marking a major shift at the central bank that could bring some relief for households and businesses alike. Here's reporter Jessica Ettinger.
Wall Street opens this morning after the Fed cut interest rates by a 0.5%, bigger cut than many thought would happen. The Dow and the S&P 500 index each touched fresh record highs after the announcement before pulling back. Now, the Federal Reserve has a double mandate: maximum employment and low inflation. And after raising interest rates to cool the economy and bring down inflation, which worked, the Fed chair says it's now time to cut interest rates to make sure businesses can keep borrowing and keep hiring.
We had a historically tight labor market. There was a severe labor shortage. The risks were on inflation. That said to us, concentrate on inflation. And we did. Part of bringing down inflation, though, is cooling off the economy and a little bit cooling off the labor market. It's time to change our stance. So we've made a good, strong start on that.
Fed Chair Jay Powell. The cost of borrowing is on its way down as more cuts occur. You will pay less on credit card balances you carry and on adjustable loans like adjustable rate mortgages.
This is Jessica Ettinger reporting at 5:51. Driverless cars are already operating here in Texas. We may soon have 18-wheelers doing the same. Yeah, the Trucking Association of Texas President John Esparza, he says driverless 18-wheelers are already operating in the Permian Basin, and some testing is being done in Dallas and in Houston. He says the technology is amazing.
As your car does today to a smaller extent, you have that technology where the brake is applied and you're like, what's going on? That's right. What that truck's doing. It's starting to react a lot further than we can.
Esparza says this new technology of distracted driving rates could fall dramatically. The new data shows that homeowners are having a growing time while maintaining insurance for their property.
A shocking new analysis revealing nearly 13% of Texas homes are underinsured, putting thousands of families at risk of financial ruin, with average homeowners insurance premiums skyrocketing by 44% in just the last 9 years. Many homeowners are struggling. State lawmakers are taking action.
Our rates go up every single year, even when people don't file a claim or haven't had a claim in years.
Insurers claim rising construction costs and inflation are to blame. Consumer advocates argue state regulators need to do more.
Newsman John Little reporting the Department of Justice is now suing the owner and the operators of a ship that destroyed the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore.
The action seeks recovery of more than $100 million in damages and costs incurred by the United States in responding to the fatal disaster and reopening access to the port of Baltimore.
Benjamin Miser is the Principal Deputy Associate Attorney General.
Those costs should be borne by the ship's owner and operator, not the American taxpayer.
The case alleges that Dolly's owner, Grace Ocean Private Limited, and the manager, Synergy Marine Group, both of Singapore, cut corners on the ship's electrical and mechanical systems.
When this transformer failed, the power should have automatically shifted to another transformer almost immediately. But per long-standing practice, this automation had been recklessly disabled, which led to excessive delay in regaining power.
Acting Deputy Assistant Attorney General Chetan Patil says the collision was preventable.
Excessive vibration was a long-standing problem on the ship, which Grace Ocean and Synergy sought to remedy with makeshift aftermarket fixes that fell well short of appropriate standards.
The collapse killed 6 members of a roadwork crew. On Tuesday, the victims' families declared their intent to hold the ship's owner and manager liable. I'm Jennifer King.
5:54. Testing is underway for a new brain implant device from Elon Musk to help the blind.
Fox on Tech.
Remember Geordie LaForge from Star Trek? As played by LeVar Burton, he was the chief engineer of the Enterprise and was blind but sighted by use of technology. Elon Musk invoked his image when posting on X about his other company, Neuralink, receiving FDA approval to test a new device called BlindSight. And while it's not a futuristic-looking prop worn like glasses, it is an implant in the brain helping to restore sight. The patient would still need a functioning visual cortex, but would qualify even if eyes and visual nerves are missing. Musk further says these first generations of the device would provide the patient with limited vision, but that in the future it could surpass natural vision and permit a human to see in other spectrums, such as infrared. Neuralink is already testing paraplegic patients with its brain-computer interface. Interested parties could sign up at their website. With Fox on Tech, I'm Eben Brown, Fox News.
Stay close. We've got traffic, your forecast, the day's top stories, and you could always join us here on the Todd and Oz Show at 512-836-0590. It is 5:55.
The Todd and Oz Show